everyone, Kai Miracle Reviews back again after another pretty long while. I don't really know what to say anymore. I do like doing, I still collect dolls, I still love doing the reviews, but it's a mixture of time and motivation. But I'm back, I'm ready to start and try my best to keep it up as long as possible and see if I can get some new reviews out in the near future. I'm in uni now, like university, so I have to balance my time, but it isn't too difficult and I should be able to get some more done. So we'll start with, I can't help myself, I have to start with my favourite of the batch, and that is, let's get the box clear here, and there goes the lid, Chloe. Now, Chloe from Series 12 has been, she's been a want for me for so long, and I got her for my birthday, just gone, and it just made us so happy. And she's breathtaking in person. She doesn't she lives up to her photos and more. And I'm going to show that to you today. And first of all, we'll start with her box. As you can see, slight bit of graining on the box. I should probably close the curtains. Okay, curtains closed. And we'll start again with the box. And as you see, she has the slight graining here. It's very nice. It's a very nice detail to put on your doll boxes, not your dolls. And now we move on to chipboard poem, where you have the black background, very plain, but what do you expect? The red edges, which is very nice. I love little details. We have the doll's name, the chipboard poem, the skull, which is the theme for the chipboard poem this series. And the skull has Chloe's eye makeup and her iconic bow. And the skull changes in Series 12 depending on what doll it is, and it features their most prominent look. For example, Frozen Charlotte has the earmuffs on the skull. Tessa has eyes inside of the skull, which is very nice because she herself doesn't have eyes. So it's kind of like they took her eyes out and put them in the skull. It's a very nice detail. But now we can move on to my favourite part of this, and that is Chloe. And she is simply beautiful. She is by far one of the best looking dolls that I've seen released. She's very simple. She's not a complicated doll, but what she does perfectly. For example, we'll start with her clothes because her clothes are the easiest to talk about. It's very easy. She has a shortish black dress that goes up to her arm. It velcros at the back, as with a lot of doll dresses. She has her iconic bow, as I mentioned, which is very big in relation to the rest of her. It is very big, but it's very cute. It is tied very nicely, so I don't tend to touch it a lot. She has the red and black tights that go all the way up to her midriff. So they are very nice quality, and she has the little Mary Jane shoes. So that's all there is about Chloe's clothes. Like I said, it's very simple, but it just goes really well with her. Usually, simpler clothes tend to either make a doll boring or they just push them over the edge because of how well they suit the doll. And I think Chloe's one of them dolls. So moving on, we'll move on to her hair. Very long black waist length. I did have to wash her hair when I first got her because she needed a little bit of a TLC. So it's quite voluminous and not tidy, but at the same time looks very nice, I think. So yeah, her hair is a little bit questionable, but it's nicely rooted. There are a few bald patches that you may find on her, but other than that, the rooting's very nice. You won't really find too many bald patches, and it's very nice hair, especially the fringe that just comes down. She does not have eyebrows. I should warn you. Um, she looks very odd with no eyebrows, but she doesn't actually have any. So there's that. And now we'll move on to her face paint, which is, I can't describe. Just look at it. She has grey lips with little lines on them. You see that in a few dolls. You see it with Maggot. She has pink lips with purplish lines. I use Maggot as an example because in my world, Maggot and Chloe, best friends. So yeah, that is my view. But hey, everyone's open for opinion. We have the obvious black spiky design around her eyes, which in my opinion is my favourite thing about Chloe. I love eye designs. I love any sort of eye makeup. Eyes are the doorway to making things really creepy. If you want to make something creepy, you go for the eyes or the mouth. If you disfigure someone's face to make it look just like a human but distorted, then I think that's a lot scarier than going for this magnificent gargantuan design for a creature. And I think it's a lot scarier because it doesn't look right. I don't know how to describe it properly, but with a different creature, you could you could just think, okay, that's never going to happen. That's some. If I see that, I know I'm going to run. Yet if it's a human, it looks familiar enough, but it still looks wrong. And I think that's what is creepy about simple designs and why the eyes and the mouth are such a nice, creepy influence. That was a complete divergence of what I'm meant to be talking about, but we'll get back onto it now. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, there's really not a lot to speak about Chloe for, but she is so beautiful. She was a grail for a long time, and I finally got her, and I couldn't be happier. And now she has just fallen into the floor, onto the floor, not into the not into the floor. She's fallen again. We'll let her sleep. But yeah, that is Chloe. Very nice. And now I'll read the chipboard poem and the death certificate. Okay, so the chipboard poem says, I lie here alone in this place so gloomy. It's dark and it's cold and not very roomy. My mind is awake, but my body is lead. So this is what it feels like once you are dead. Which, in all honesty, is exactly how I would describe university. But at the same time, I'm only joking. You pay a lot to go there. But yeah, that is the chipboard poem. I shall now get the death certificate. And her death certificate reads as such. Claustrophobically confined 6 feet under, Chloe couldn't move and started to wonder, if I'm stuck down here, will I survive? It was then she knew she was buried alive. Which is very interesting because her and Posey were both buried alive, but I understand the paleness, but I wonder what happened with the eyes. I'd, I really wondered what happened there because I don't. It's the cracked Jack syndrome where his death certificate, the way he died and his look, don't really match. But at the same time, I've never been buried alive. What would I know? So yeah, that I think her and Posey are the only dolls that have been buried alive so far. Don't quote us on that, but they're the only ones that I know. have been definitely. And yeah, that is Chloe. And now I want to show you something very special to me. I want to show you a drawing that was done by my best friend, who recently has become quite infatuated with Chloe, and she's done me this drawing of Chloe, and it's so beautiful. Let us hold up Chloe next to the drawing. As you see, she's done an absolutely amazing job. It's outstanding to me because I'm not a very good artist. I can't draw anything like this, anything even close to this. So I'm keeping it with us. I'm going to put it near Chloe, and it's just so nice. And just to risk some self promotion and some other promotion, uh, not only is my Instagram for the dolls where you can be kept updated in what dolls I have, what dolls I gain, and just pictures of my collection, then that's going to be in the description. But also, my best friend's is also going to be in the description because her profile is also just as amazing. She has a lot more dolls than me, some rarer ones, and she posts some artists there as well. And I really highly recommend that you go check her out as well as mine. And you don't have to, obviously, but it would be very nice. So, yeah, that is so far Chloe, and we will be back again with more. So, I shall see you guys later.